It is a complete mess. It has been a hot minute since I've picked up the camera, got inspiration from AI. I'm gonna start taping some tumblers and I'll take you guys along for that process. Voila! Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. I am so excited because today I'm actually in my office fulfilling orders. I just signed up for TikTok Shop last night. It was a long, grueling process to get everything in place, but finally I'm up there. It still has a few bugs to work out. I need to update and fix a couple of listings that I'm not sure how they got messed up. But today I wanted to just show you the new office, show you how I am getting everything organized, and show you just how much more I have to organize. I have a package here, and Malia, beautiful Malia, was my very first TikTok Shop order, and she has been one of my OGs since I started from the very beginning, and I am so excited that she decided to get one of my tumblers on TikTok Shop because she got free shipping, which is insane. TikTok Shop is offering a whole bunch of deals for first time. I think it's just for first time buyers of TikTok Shop, but I don't know if it's also like, if it's a first time buyer for anybody's TikTok Shop or if you get that deal for every small business that is on there. So I still have a lot to learn about it, but I'm so excited that Malia picked up this tumbler. I'm just about ready to print the shipping label and get that shipped out for her. I'll put on the screen my little TikTok video that I filmed for her because she was my first order, and yeah, let's watch that and then we'll get to the rest of the office. I just started TikTok Shop and I'm so excited to pack my very first order for Malia. She got this beautiful tumbler, so I threw in a Create a Life You Love coaster for her. It's been a long time since I've been able to record any content for packing orders, so I was really excited that I got to do this. She also got this adorable turtle sticker, and I threw in It's My Comeback Era sticker. Those are free while supplies last, so make sure you jump on the bandwagon and get your order in so that you can grab one of those limited edition stickers. I had so much fun packing this order for Malia, and if you are interested in having your order packed on TikTok, make sure that you order from my TikTok Shop, and I will be packaging a few orders that I get through there and posting them on my TikTok for you to enjoy. Thank you guys so much, and I can't wait to pack your orders. All right, so I really haven't had the time to film very much today. I've been in meetings pretty much all day, but I was gonna show you kind of the state of the office. So you saw that TikTok where I filmed that packaging video, and that was all beautiful and lovely, but it didn't really give you a clear picture on what my office looks like at the moment. It is a complete mess, and if you've been around for a while, you know you're gonna laugh at me for this, but I'm going to be rearranging the office. Not a lot, just my desk, because I've been working like this for almost a week now, and it just feels weird. It's not working for me. So let me show you what I have going on, and then we'll talk about that. So here's the office with all of the stuff in it. It looks very busy, very crowded. And how I have it now is I have this little pathway here to sit at my desk here. I really like that layout because I can see my driveway from there. And it's a double-edged sword. More on that in a minute. But then I have this path going this way where I can get to all of my inventory over here. This is my makeshift packaging table, but I also use it for a utility table. When I'm doing tumblers, I put the tumbler press up there, and then that is a big giant heat press that I need to get out, and it needs to live there. That's really the only place I have for it. So this is what I'm thinking to try and maximize the space. Also, obviously, I have lots of stuff I still need to put away, but I'm running out of room very quickly. I think instead of having this long thing here, I need to use more of the wall space and have more open area in the middle, and I think that will help me out. So my thought is, if I were to move my desk against that wall where the window is, it'll be partially covering the window, which is fine and not fine. I can see out the window that way, which is great, but the other side of it is I don't like people looking in at me. So I just have to figure out what I'm gonna do about that. Move this to that window, and then I can have maybe this shelf on this wall, and then I can move my packaging cart. That's on wheels, so it can move wherever. But if I did that and I put that up against there, I could bring this table kind of in the middle of the room right here, and then I could go around either direction, and then I have more use of that table because I can get to it from more sides. And then this is the other side of the room with just more stuff to put away. So basically just a lot of packaging supplies in there, and then some dyes that I used when I tie-dyed. And then this is like just card stuff. It's still a jumble, it's still a big mess, but I think if I do that with the desk, I think it'll open it up a lot more in here and give me more room to work with. I really think that that's what I might do. I don't have enough time to do that today because it's already 5:11. I'm waiting for my husband to get off work, and then we have to run to the post office. We have to run and do another errand. We have to go pick up our son, and I still haven't even started dinner, but I can't really start dinner or make dinner because we have so many errands to run that, like, we can't eat before we go because some of them are time constraints. So it's just, I don't know. Oh, there he is right there. Hey guys, good morning. It has been a hot minute since I picked up the camera to film anything because I have been absolutely consumed by being a mom, moving into our new place, orders, just absolutely swamped with client work and everything. So I have a very rare opportunity today because my son went to my mom's last night and spent the night, and she has him all day today. So I get a full day of uninterrupted work time, which is fantastic because I really need it. I am currently working on some tumblers for one of my clients, and she provided me her design, and I am sublimating them onto skinny tumblers. So here is one of those skinny tumblers that I sublimated for her. She has a, you know her if you have been following me for a while. It's Claire from Musically Minted, and she has a business that is dedicated to providing cute apparel and accessories for music teachers, specifically elementary education, because she was an elementary music teacher. So I'm working on getting her order out today. I'm going to be traveling to her house. We're gonna have some weekend fun with our families, and then we have 3 full days of chaotic work that needs to be done for her business. So I need to get these done for today so that I can take them with us when we go up there tonight. And I'm not sure if my printer is just cleaning itself or if it's out of ink. I do have ink on hand, and it's telling me that it's getting real close. I think it finished that print job, and I think that's why it's doing what it's doing. It's giving me the low ink warning, but I don't think I need to change it yet. I had 48 of these tumblers to make. I have 10 cooling on the desk. I have another 8 over here, so I have another 30 to go. So that is my task for today, to get these completely done and packed up, ready to transport. And I also have some other client work I'm working on today. I need to update some menus for a local cafe and work on getting their macro page created and up on their website. So that is my other task. And then if I have time for my own stuff, I have 2 things I'd really like to get done today, and that is to edit another vlog because I'm still way behind. I think the last vlog I edited was from April, and I still have quite a bit of footage to catch you guys up on. So by the time you see this, it's probably well into the new year. So I'd like to get a couple of vlogs edited, 1 at least, and then I would also like to make myself my business a new tumbler. I have 2 cases of tumblers for myself that I wanted to get some new designs on and maybe do a launch for fall. I have a lot of work to do in order to get myself ready for my own launch, let alone helping my friends and their businesses with their launches. But I have a really cute design that I mood boarded, got inspiration from AI. So I put my ideas into an AI image generator. It spit out some really cute ideas that I'm going to use as my inspiration to create a new design based on that. So I'm kind of meshing the best of both worlds. I'm using AI as inspiration because there are so many cute ideas that I just can't fathom. And so I need a little bit of help getting a few new things coming into my brain. And I find that AI gives me that great dose of inspiration without looking too much like other creators' work. That's why I really like using AI to generate those mood boards and get that kind of burst of new ideas. So I have a couple that I'm really just dying to try to get onto Procreate and draw and recreate. And then I wanted to make a tumbler. So if I get all these tumblers done for my client, if I get this menu done for my client today, then I really wanted to try and work on that. And if I can't get it done today, I'm gonna have to push it until late next week or early the week after because I have so much going on. So I thought I would just take you guys along, let you see some of the process, let you see some of the errors and some of the mistakes because those happen pretty much every day. And yeah, we'll just kind of go through a bit of my day today and you can kind of see what it's like a day in my new studio. I have a personal channel, but I also haven't uploaded over there in forever. I really just like it for the home video and memory feels and vibes so that myself and my family can look back on it, and they're videos that I don't mind sharing with the internet. So if I have time, I did film like a whole house thing. I just haven't been able to edit it and get it up yet. That's another thing that I would love to have time to do, but we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting into the routine. So I'm gonna finish getting these cut. I'm gonna print the rest of the pages. I'm gonna start taping some tumblers, and I'll take you guys along for that process. So strap in. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in a bit. As I'm sitting here doing the time lapse for you for these tumblers, I kind of realized that I haven't really, I don't think, explained the process of what I do. So I thought that might be kind of interesting, so I'm going to share that with you. The first thing is obviously print out your design. I have shared about printing on my Sawgrass sublimation printer. If you haven't seen that, go back a few videos, maybe like 10 or 20, and you can see all of the problems that I had getting it up and running. But now that I've had some experience with it, I've worked out all the bugs, all the kinks, and we are good to go. So I print it out on 8.5 by 11 paper, then I trim it down so that there's no to little white edges. One side of the design has a little bit more background color than the other side. You want to make sure the cup is free of lint. I have seen people use microfiber cloths for this part to just get all of the lint off. I don't like using microfiber. It's a texture thing, and also it just didn't do a very good job. Maybe I wasn't using the right kind. I use my hands. The oil from your hands is not going to ultimately overall affect the quality. It's not going to come off. It's fine. It's fine. Just make sure you have clean hands. Make sure that you've washed them before you start. And then you take one of your pages. Make sure that also is lint free. Again, I just kind of shake it around a bit. And then you put your cup on the paper. Again, I'm wrapping around the side that I've trimmed the closest to the design first. And then you can see this side has, maybe you can see, a teeny tiny bit of white along the edge, which is totally fine because that's actually getting wrapped on top of the other piece of paper that wraps around there. So there's a little bit of overlap. So I'm not going to have any white on the cup, except for, you know, human handmade items do have slight imperfections. There is a slight whiteness around the seams or sometimes around the top or the bottom, and that's really, there's not much you can do about that. That is just human made items. So with that exception, then up here you can see maybe that the design isn't matching up. One side is a little bit lower than the other. So then I just scooch up one side until it does meet. That looks pretty good. And then I have to bring you a little bit lower for this part. I squeeze as hard as I can and try to get the paper as tight as I can around the tumbler so there's no air gaps anywhere or bubbles. Then I take the special sublimation tape and I tape just along the seam. Where those two pieces overlap, you want to make sure that you're not putting tape too far over that, or else you're going to get a really prominent white line on the seam. So I'm just taping just the slightest bit of that overlap just to make sure it holds. And then once you've got the seam down, you can kind of relax your hands a bit. It kind of starts cramping up after a while. That's why I do it in batches. I do about 5 tumblers at a time before I move on to the next step. All right, so now that we have that part out of the way, I found that to get the absolute best quality top and bottom that you can is to actually cut little marks all around the edges on the top and the bottom. I don't know if that's going to pick up very well, but can you see? Yeah, there you go. All those cut marks around that edge. So I do that to the top and the bottom. And then I will go through with more tape and I will start taping around the edges because you want to make sure that it does not have any gaps anywhere, that it's all pressed really firmly and securely to the container. Otherwise, you'll just get ghosting, which is where it looks fuzzy or blurry, or it might duplicate if it's not pressed properly or long enough or hard enough with enough pressure. So then I just take the tape and I go all the way around like that on the top and bottom. And it is a lot easier to do it on the desk than up in the air, but I'm trying to demonstrate for you. All right, so then once you've got that, I usually start with the open end and just curl that tape around the top lip to the inside. Make sure that it's really well secured on there, like so. And then I'll flip it upside down, set it flat, and then I'll do the top. And I usually use my thumbs to just kind of go around in a circular motion and press that up to seal it to the bottom. Now, it's inevitable that you're going to get some puckering. Just do the best you can. So you can kind of see there is some slight puckering there, but honestly, it's not that bad, not that big of a deal. If the tape goes up in an area, I'll just go ahead and throw a little bit of extra tape on there to make sure that it lays as flat as possible. So that's how I tape the tumblers up with the designs on them. And now we move behind me to where I put the tumblers until I am ready to press them. And I have my tumbler station right behind my desk, so it's really easy to turn around and put the tumblers here until I'm ready to turn on the heat press, which we're about to do. So this is the heat press that I use. It can fit 2 ceramic mugs or 1 skinny tumbler, as seen here. And it plugs in on this side, and then it has the power button on this side. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that plugged in and warming up. I have found that I get the best results when I warm these up right before I put them into the heat press, because they need to press for 60 seconds total at 365 degrees to get the maximum ultimate pressed image. That is going to vary from machine to machine, from substrate to substrate. Substrate meaning your container or your item that you are pressing. And with my machine and my climate and all of that, I just find that that time and temperature works the best for me. So I try to warm up the tumbler as much as possible with my body heat. I don't have a warmer, otherwise I could probably try to use one of those, but I just don't want to affect the quality of the tumbler. So I find that body heat works just great, and it's free. And hoodies are great for this because I can put it right into my little pouch and it stays really close to me, and I can heat up multiples at one time. All right, we are at temperature, so I'm gonna bring you over here and we're going to press the tumbler. So, safety first, you wanna put on your heat-proof gloves. We take one of those tumblers that we've pre-warmed, we slide it in, and you wanna make sure that you have firm and even pressure while you are pressing. So one of my tricks and tips is where the tape goes. When I slide it in, the tape is just on this side of the element. And then 30 seconds in, after the temperature has reached 365 for 30 seconds, and as you can see, it went down and now it's slowly coming back up. My timer, my 30 seconds, and I'll explain 30 seconds in a minute, doesn't start until this reaches 365. Once that reaches my 365, I subtract 30 from this number, and that gives me the time I need to wait until I can take it out. So for instance, right here, we hit 365 and it's at about 175, so I know that at 170 minus 30 is 40. At about 145, I'm going to rotate it. So when I put this in initially, the tape is facing me. 30 seconds later, I rotate it so that the tape is facing away from me, but it's not facing straight up like this. It's kind of at an angle to make sure that that seam really gets pressed well. So there's 145. I'm going to open it and rotate and close it so that that other side, it gets pressure and heat evenly distributed all around the cup. So now I wait until it gets to 200 because it's already at temperature for the second press. Press it again for 30 seconds, so a total of 60, and then I'll show you what I do for the edges. So there's 200, let's open it. Ugh, it's hard to do one-handed. I'm going to pull it out to the, just to the very edge, and then I'm going to press it at the very edge just for 10 seconds on both ends so that I get a really nice finished edge. Press it again, and be careful, it is hot even with heat-proof gloves. All right, I have a heat-proof mat here that I set it down on. Get my next tumbler out and put that in and get that one going. And while I have that one in, I'll come over to the one I just took out. I'll take off the tape. Take the paper off. And voila! Super cute tumbler. It's not really focusing, but that's okay. Super cute tumbler, well pressed. The seam on this one, gorgeous. I'll show you up close in a second. The seam is just to the left of the guitar and the pumpkin. And I don't know how well it's gonna pick up on the camera, but you can tell that's the seam, but it looks superb. Time to flip the next one. So again, I usually do these in batches of about 10 to give my heat press a little bit of a break in between. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and time lapse the rest of this batch, and then we'll put the bottoms on and get them over with their friends on the desk. So the next step after it is all cool and you can handle it is to put the bottom on. So these tumblers come with rubber bottoms and it has the care instructions on here. So do not use in the freezer, microwave, oven, and stovetop. Hand wash only, BPA free. So not only does it have the instructions, but it is also really nice because when you set it down, it has something kind of soft to sit on. So the difference in sound versus it's a slight difference, but it just makes it so much nicer, and it's skid resistant, so it'll stay in place rather than sliding across your surface. So love the rubber bottoms. So they come on sheets like this, and you just simply peel it off. It's already sticky. And then I wipe the bottoms off to make sure there's no dirt or debris. And then I start on one side, and then I kind of angle it to smooth it out with my thumb as I smooth it down so that there's no air bubble under there. And that's that. I'm gonna go ahead and swap some positions here, get the tumblers that I have already done, all happy with their little bottoms, and then I'm halfway done sublimating all of them, so I'm going to tape and sublimate the rest. I should be able to meet my deadline for today, although I won't have time to do the other things that I was really hoping I could get done today. I just came back from my lunch, and I try and give myself about a half an hour when I have a completely full day of work to just kind of have a lunch break. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish all of this. I'm gonna jam out to some music, and hopefully I can get these packed as well as get myself packed, because I won't be home until next Wednesday. So I have a lot of stuff to catch up on, not to mention I have a sink full of dishes that I need to clean before I leave as well. So I'm gonna get going, and then we'll see what happens. Finished pressing all of the tumblers. Now I am butting them, and then I can start putting the lids on and getting them in the boxes. All right, that concludes the making and packing of the tumblers for my client's fall launch. She's actually launching today in an hour and a half, and I'm going to be driving up there pretty much when she is live, when her shop launch goes live. So we'll see how it goes when we get up there. I am tired and also hungry. So I'm waiting for my husband to get home from work right now, and as soon as he does, we're going to pack up the rest of our things, go pick up our son from my mom's, grab something to eat, and head out. And I'm really excited for kind of just like a fun, get your mind off of work, get your mind off of life kind of adventure. Tomorrow we're gonna go to the Hood River Fruit Loop, which is going to be so much fun. I've got my flannel packed, however, it's probably gonna be warm tomorrow. Oh, my husband just pulled in. So it's probably gonna be warm tomorrow, so I don't know if I'll be able to wear it or not, but I'm bringing it and we'll see. If we're gonna go early enough, it might be cool enough. So I'm gonna go. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye.